Okay, so someone asked, have you ever been in love? Hi guys, what's up? It's your girl Nadine and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be doing a updated Q&A. I did one about a little over a year ago. You all got to know me a little better, and since my channel has grown since then, I decided why not do another one and update you all on my life and everything. So yeah, I asked you all over on my Instagram to send me some questions, and as I was getting ready, they were coming in and I was peeping some of them and they were really good. So yeah, I'm so excited to film today's video and I hope you all enjoy it and get to know me a little better. And before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Nadine. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so we're starting off deep, okay? We're not asking what's your favorite color. I got a lot of good questions that really make me think, and I wanted that type of questions because I just like going beyond the surface. I like questions that really make me think. So yeah, I really like the questions you all asked. The first question someone asked me is one thing you would change about yourself. And I think one thing that I would change about myself is the fact that I get bored very easily. And I mean that in like everything, in like places that I'm at, in like relationships, in friendships, in just the environment that I'm in, like just in general. I get bored very, very fast, and sometimes it's a bad thing because, for example, like in relationships, I can get bored and then like I don't mean to, or the person's not doing anything, I just start feeling like weird. I don't know, I've always had this like ever since I was like smaller. Like I just get bored very fast. I think it's a Gemini in me because I have looked up, like I know everything like traits and characteristics and everything about a Gemini, and that is something that is in there, that we get bored easily. Like if our mind is not stimulated, we tend to like, okay, no, like, and it doesn't necessarily mean like, okay, you're gonna break up with someone and go with someone else because you're bored. It just means that sometimes you, even since you know that about yourself, well, since I know that about myself, I kind of try to like fight it, like, no, this is not what you're feeling, you can get over this. But sometimes it's like, it's a little hard to cope with because you don't want to feel that way, but you just get bored. Or in general, like if I go to a place that I'm really excited to go to, and then I go and then I like, after a while I get kind of bored and I'm like, wait, Nadine, but you really wanted to be here, like why are you bored now? But yeah, that's my answer. I would change the fact that I get bored very easily. Okay, someone asked, what advice would you give to your younger self? So I would tell, this is a really good question. I would tell my younger self not to worry about things so much. When I was like smaller, like in high school or like middle school, there was a lot of things that I would worry about that now, and my sister, she always gives me really, really good advice, and my mom as well, and they would always tell me like, if you can't change it right now, then don't worry about it. But it was always easier said than done. I would always like stress out about things. I wouldn't say perfectionist, well yeah, kind of like a perfectionist, but it's like another level. Like I just always want everything to be like in certain ways that I would rather just do it all myself, and like I would just put so much pressure on myself, and because of that I would stress myself out a lot. So I would tell myself that I didn't need to stress out. Calm down, girl. Yeah, I would just tell my younger self that everything was gonna be okay, everything was gonna turn out exactly the way it should have turned out, and yeah, just not to worry about things so much. I've learned to just let things flow. Whatever happens, happens, and everything happens for a reason. So yeah, now I am more like, okay, if this happened, that's good, like whatever, on to the next thing, or plan B or something like that, not just so like hard on myself. So yeah, that's something that I would tell my younger self. Okay, so I posted two different like little question things, so I'm going like back and forth and going through the questions. But someone said, you're so beautiful and I love your style, where do you shop? Thank you, girl. Honestly, I literally shop anywhere I see something like that I like. All type of stores you can think of. That's one thing about me, I'm picky about most things, but I am not picky about two things, food and clothes. As long as it looks cute and the food is good, I do not care. I will eat anywhere and I will shop anywhere. Okay, someone said favorite perfumes. I can literally go on and on about this because I have like learned so much from my dad. He is like literally a perfume connoisseur. He knows everything and he passed that down to me because I literally know exactly what you're wearing from like feet away. Like I know exactly which one you're wearing because I've smelled every single perfume you can think of and I know exactly how all of them smell. So yeah, my perfume collection is pretty big because I love perfumes. I love smelling good, I love creams and everything. But if I would have to say my favorite perfume, I'm not pronouncing it right, but it's Perfumes de Marly and it's Delina exclusive. I posted it on my story like a couple days ago and oh my god, I am so obsessed with it. If you ever are at Nordstrom or Neiman Marcus or like Saks Fifth Avenue, those type of stores, you can smell it there. It is, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like unlike anything I've ever smelled. There's no perfume that I'm like, okay, this one is kind of like a dupe for it or it kind of smells like that. No, like I have never ever smelled a perfume that smells like that. It smells so freaking good and I'm so obsessed with it. I like the Bond No. 9 perfumes. You can smell them like at Nordstrom too. They have like a bunch of them. What other ones? I have a lot of favorite perfumes, but honestly that Delina exclusive is like my everything. I love it so much. Okay, so next question. Someone asked, why did you move to San Antonio? So for those that don't know, I've been living here in San Antonio for about 2 years. It's gonna be 2 years in July next month. And I moved to San Antonio. So my sister was already living here ever since I was in middle school. She had already moved over here. She came to UTSA and we would come visit a lot because she lived over here. But I was still living back where I was living. And every time I would come, like, I don't know, I just felt like this was home. Like, I would feel like sad when I would like go back home. I felt like this was my home. I loved the city. Everyone was so like friendly. And I just loved that there was so much to do. Like, anything you can want to do, it's here. And yeah, I just loved it so much. My parents loved it so much as well that they wanted to move like as I was going to be entering high school. But I loved it here, but I still wanted to start like high school over there because like I had all my friends and everything. But that was the reason why we stayed. So they were like, okay, we'll wait until you graduate and then we'll move. So then we moved over here about 2 years ago when I graduated high school, and now I am attending UTSA and I love it here, honestly. There's so many opportunities. So yeah, mainly it was for better opportunities, and I know you can achieve anything you want wherever you're at, but I knew that if I hustled hard enough that I would be able to put my mind to it and achieve these opportunities that were presented to me here in San Antonio. And recently, about a month ago, I found out that I was featured on My San Antonio, which is a news anchor here in San Antonio, and I had no idea. One of my amazing supporters sent it over to me and they made a little, I'll insert it here. It was like a little article of the top 20 YouTubers you should be following from here in San Antonio, and I was featured. I had no idea. It came to me as such a surprise and I was so happy and blessed because I really only have about 2 years here. My whole life I lived back in the valley, so I was very blessed and grateful that they featured me, and I had no idea, so that made it even better. But yeah, so to sum it up, I moved over here to San Antonio for bigger and better opportunities. Okay, next question. I'm dead. Someone said, when can I send you flowers? Alright, next question. So someone asked, is it true you got your body done? I think you're beautiful either way. Thank you. I got this question asked last time in my other Q&A as well, and my answer remains the same. No, I have not gotten anything done to my body, and if I ever do, you all, trust me, will be the first ones to know. I have never thought that like plastic surgery or doing anything to yourself is anything to hide. I don't know why people would feel the need to hide it. I know a lot of people kind of just hide it or just don't say it, like get it done, which is totally fine. You don't owe anybody an explanation, but personally me, I would not hide that from anybody, especially because when you do get something done, it's very noticeable. So there's really no sense in hiding it. Sorry guys, my camera stopped recording and I forgot where I left off. But basically what I was saying before was that I am definitely comfortable with telling you all and showing you all if I ever do, especially because I know with those type of things a lot of people go to YouTube to see people's experiences and stuff like that. So if I would go through all that, I would definitely want to bring you all with me so y'all can see my experience and how the whole process basically. So yeah, exactly the way I did it with my lips when I got my lip fillers, I took you all with me as well. So yeah, thank you girl. I'm taking it as a compliment because you think I got my body done and I did it. But yeah, I have been working out a lot though, and I've always been slim. I've always had like a small waist, but the only thing that I've always wanted was like bigger legs and like perk up my butt a little bit because I always had like hips and a small waist. So the butt's been growing and so have the legs. But yeah, no, I have not gotten my body done, but if I ever do anything, trust me, you all will be the first ones to know. Someone asked, do you miss doing cheer? A lot of the times I do, but I don't think that if I had the opportunity right now that I would be doing cheer. It was something actually very big part of my life. I've been cheering ever since I was 3 years old, literally since the womb. I did it in elementary, high school, middle school. I did competitive cheer. I did like cheer in school as well. And yeah, it was a very big part of me. I loved it so much, but I think that chapter kind of closed already. I don't think I would do it if I could right now. I am living my cheer fantasy through TikTok because I'm always making dances on there. I love making dances. I love dancing in general. But yeah, to answer your question, I do miss cheer. Would I do it right now at this point that I am in my life? Probably not. Okay, so someone asked, have you ever been in love? This is a really deep question. So to answer your question, I don't think that I've ever been in love. However, I will not deny the fact that I did have love for people when it was the time back then. I did have a lot of love for certain people from my past, obviously, but I don't think I can ever say to the point that I was like in love. I had a lot of love for them, but never in love. I don't think I have met that person yet, but hopefully it's in my near future. And that goes to my next question. A lot of people are like asking like love life questions, and that is something that I'm very public about, like a lot of things. I let you all into a lot of stuff going on in my life, but that is something that I'm very like private about ever since like I was in high school. The day you saw that I like posted someone is because they were like my boyfriend. I would never like just start talking to someone and then like post them right away. I'm very like, I don't know, that's just always been like a big thing for me, that I don't just like show off people like right away. I just have to make sure that like I really like them and you all get the point. But yeah, I'm very like private about things. I have been single for almost 2 years already, and I know the people that follow me are probably like, this girl never had a boyfriend, she never posted anywhere for like 2 years. But yeah, I just haven't met that person yet, and that is totally fine. But yeah, so the day that I post someone, then that's when you all will know what's going on in my love life. Okay, so last question, because if not, this is going to be super long. Someone asked, what is your biggest regret? And honestly, I was sitting here thinking about it for a while, but honestly, I really can't think of something that I regret doing. Like, I think that everything happens for a reason, and everything we go through is for a purpose. So even if we're in situations that we wish we weren't in, even if we're hurting, anything that we go through is purposely there to make us stronger and overall just become better than we were yesterday. And I think that is the key to life, to just do things every day to make you better than you were yesterday. So yeah, I don't have something that I regret or one of my biggest regrets, because everything happens for a reason. Okay guys, so this concludes today's video. Please let me know down below if you liked it. If you have any more questions, feel free to DM me. I love giving advice. I love sharing my knowledge, my experiences with people, so maybe it can help them in the long run. So yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to DM me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time.